Hey guys, this is John Turner with Project 20K. I'm so honored to come to you again. Once again, every Monday I try to bring some specific training to you, and I really had an amazing opportunity to do a webinar this week with Hal Elrod. And why is residual income so important? Those of us that have decided that we're a part of Project 20K, we understand the value of residual income, but I wanted to really talk about the responsibility of what residual income can provide you, why it's so important. The reality is that 80% of the people that I speak to are one step away from having a financial issue. Number two, it is really important to have at least two streams of income coming in. My partnership with Servita is one of the sources of income that I have, but it's not my only one. And why did I embrace residual income? Why was it so important to me? The first thing I realized is this: I understood many years ago, when I was leaving corporate America, that having a job, a job, was really what I used to call is just out of being broke. I understood that job could go away, a major disaster could happen in my home, layoff could happen, they could downsize or right size, and then my income would go away and my family would be suffering. And so I looked at network marketing to provide me a solution to that. And many of you are working two jobs right now. You've partnered inside of Project 20K to partner with Servita International and create another source of income for yourselves. And for some of you, that's taking away extra debt. Others, it's having the ability to travel a little bit more, maybe spending more time with your family. For me, it was that I wasn't going to depend on corporate America anymore to give me the lifestyle and the earnings that I wanted, because it was taking me away from the things that were really important to me. And so I embraced the industry. I understood that I could create wealth by partnering and leveraging other people, providing them leadership in the market, and that was important. But one of the things that you can hear out there is a lot of people don't understand why network marketing. Why should they be looking at it? In your conversations with them, maybe you're having a little bit of challenge of really cultivating a relationship or a conversation of why residual income needs to be part of what they're doing. At the end of the day, it's yours and theirs responsibility to take care of themselves. The government is never going to bail John Turner out. I don't believe they're going to bail anybody out. And it's not my employer's really job to take care of me. They hired you to do a job for them. And I understood a long time ago that my employer was never going to be worried about my kids. They weren't going to be worried about my retirement. I was there to do something for them, and I just wanted to get out of that. I wanted to give back to people and at the same time enjoy some life. One of the things that you have to understand is you've got to put your energy into the right areas that are the best for you. And one of the reasons why I love Servita and I love network marketing as an industry, it allows me to take, for my case, it allows me to take my full-time effort, my passion for people, my passion for health and wellness, my passion for my family. It allows me to take those efforts and those energies and put them into something that has long-term payoff. The other thing it allowed me to do is, I was carrying a cell phone around for years. At the end of the day, it was just a device that I was using. I'd call people, I'd have business calls on it, but when I understood the concept of being able to monetize all those contacts I had, social media contacts, people I went to high school with, people who I had met out and about at events, people who were interested in wellness, people who were tired of their jobs. When I learned to monetize that, I really went back to my teachings with Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad Poor Dad, which was that the richest of the rich leverage networks. And when you really learn to your phone not as a tool but as a resource, when you really learn to do that, some amazing things can happen for you. I can tell you right now there are, I talked a little bit about people struggling, and I want to spend a few minutes with that because that is a hard conversation. It's really hard to ask somebody what would happen if. What would happen if Hurricane Harvey came? We just went through that and survived that. I'll tell you today, there are still people out of work, displaced, not in their home, lost everything, who are looking to make an additional, whether it's $100, $500, $50,000, $500,000. There are people looking for ways now to provide additional income to their families. There's another side of that. There are companies who are still displaced today. There are companies that didn't survive the disaster, weren't insured properly, and now they're looking for something to do. And they're just coming to us in droves. And when you get good at what I'll call getting to the icky stuff, where are they at within their financial portfolio? What does it look like for them if they get sick or something happens to their family, another hurricane happens? What's going to happen to them? And these are really scary topics, but I can tell you, if you get really good at getting down to where people are really at and have an honest conversation for them, you can put our product in front of them, you can put our opportunity in front of them, and a lot of great things will happen for you as well. The other part about residual income and having these conversations is it just really lets you know where people are at in life. I've been fortunate. I've worked with a lot of great people, from Barry Koshu and Paul Magistri and Dead Neighbors, and these names. They're on our team. But we as a group of leaders embrace this industry for everything that I've just talked about. What I can tell you is that most people are going to face a situation in their life at one time or the other. And this is really where, I talk to a lot of people wherever I meet them about is, I say sooner or later you're either going to no longer want to or not going to be able to trade time for money. But more important than that, what are you going to do when you're in your retirement years? Have you ever thought about, you've got to be bigger when you look at residual income. You've got to have a bigger view of what it looks like. Because it's just not the money you're getting in now and maybe spending on something, but what does your financial future look like down the road? See, I looked at the network marketing industry to provide me a very substantial retirement income, even if it wasn't something I was going to do full time. I recently had a situation where a company made me a very attractive offer to potentially spend some more time with them than I was on my own business. When I looked at it, I was going to do all the same things that I did here, except I wasn't going to get to take it with me. My network marketing business travels with me. I do it as a full-time piece, but I also get to take it with me. I get to take it out to dinner with me. I get to take it to the ball game with me. I get to take it to a party with me, and I'm having these conversations all the time. But in my retirement, I wanted to put in the time so when I retired residually, I was making $10,000, $15,000 a month. You can even talk to a high six-figure earner today in corporate America, and I can tell you right now the first thing on their mind is, what does my retirement look like? Am I going to have enough money to last the years that I'm still going to live? And will I have to change my standard of life? I have a lot of people going through this situation right now, and I can tell you one thing that I see a lot of is you see people selling the house that they brought their kids up, that has the pool, that has everything that they worked all their life for, and then they downsize it. And I've recently talked to a lot of these people and said, well, why are you selling this fabulous home that you spent your entire life building? And the answers are, well, we just don't need it anymore. But when I really ask them, why are you making this decision? It's because in retirement, we won't have enough money to have the lifestyle that we want, and so we're selling this asset to put some more money in our investments, put some more money in our savings account so we continue the standard of life. See, now they're downsizing themselves. And that to me is unacceptable. I made a commitment over 5 years ago that I was going to provide a gateway for people who were looking to not be run by their jobs and wanted to transition from having a job or a career into doing something for themselves but have a much larger payoff and provide them a lifestyle that they could probably never dream of. But even if they didn't want that, even if they still wanted to stay at their job, they had halfway into their retirement package. But even if they could even conceptualize this, what if I just did network marketing for 10 years on a part-time to spare-time basis, and I was able to, invest the money that I earned from it, but at the end of 10 years, I had an income of $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a year, that now I can live on that in my retirement years. See, that's something that most people can get behind. And it's one of the conversations that I believe that everybody needs to have. And, I love working with all of you. Tammy and I think about you guys during Easter. We were saying prayers for everybody. But what I can tell you is that I want you to have everything that you have, because you've made the decision to become a brave entrepreneur. And that's really the people that I enjoy working with. I want to keep this short today. I provided some detailed information for you to read through. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email and Facebook are always attached. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing all of you.